So tell me when we're ready, when we're good to go.
We go.
Okay. Hi, my name is Nanna Aida Svensson, and it's the middle of April in Sweden, and spring is beginning to come to the land. And I'm super excited because my new book is out. Ta-da! It's called Cherishing the Soul in Trying Times. And it has 22 of my poems, and they have been translated into Swedish by Miriam Herrman. So this little book has the poems on one page in English and on the other page in Swedish. And it's interesting, the Swedish title, Nära själen, because it's not exactly the same word as cherishing. It is either nourishing the soul, or it is nära, like near, like close, like living close to the soul. And I felt inspired to put together a small collection of my poems because these are trying times. There are beautiful moments in life, of course, and as always, but the overall context continues to be quite trying. And the invitation continues to be to connect with ourselves in deeper ways, to connect with nature in deeper ways, to really find and follow the heart. And sometimes it's hard because we haven't been free to connect in the ways that we might like to, but we are always free to connect with ourselves, and we're always free to connect with nature, even if it's simply a glimpse out of the window and noticing that the day is slightly hazy, and noticing that my own thinking today is slightly hazy, that there's some sort of communion in that way. And I find deep comfort in that. And this little book is about those sorts of themes. And one of the poems that I would like to read to you, or the poem I would like to read to you from it today, is called Listen Deeply, because that is part of the message of these times. There's so much confusion in the outer world. Where can you go? You can connect deeply with your own inner life, and you can heal whatever wounds there may be there, and you can find the perennial source of your wisdom and insight and who you are underlying those wounds by listening deeply. So this poem is Listen Deeply. Listen deeply to the soft voice of your soul. It knows who you are, even when lonely, how intimately you belong. Its wisdom resounds beneath the nagging of your shame, guilt, and fear. The wisdom of your soul resounds beneath the nagging of your shame and guilt and fear. The tender presence of your core brings solace when needed, a sense of rightness when remembered, communion when close. The sound of your original voice calls you to essence over and over again. Your original voice calls you to essence over and over again. Sometimes with such vital vulnerability, you would weep. Sometimes with fiery ferocity, it requires you to awaken. Sometimes with much softness, it calls for your surrender. Yes, listen deeply to the gifted grace of your soul. And in the listening, may the beauty of your life be revealed. There we go. Listen deeply from Cherishing the Soul in Trying Times, published by Siljansmosa. So you can find it on Siljansmosa's website. And you can even buy it there, but you don't have to. What's more important is that you connect with yourself and a sense of communion with existence and something deep inside yourself.